It always seems like humanity is on the brink of destruction in some type of post-apocalyptic world when it comes to zombie shooters. I think because it's probably accurate to put them in that situation, but yeah, you know, it's a trend of almost every game has that same common denominator. Well, Back for Blood is no different. It's made by the original creators of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, and after a decade plus, you're finally going to be able to scratch that Left 4 Dead itch in Back for Blood. Let's get into it. Before we kick this video off, I want to give a huge shout out to Turtle Rock Studios and Warner Brothers Games for providing a review copy of Back for Blood. This is a game that from the original announcement last year all the way up until this year, literally it's been 1 year. I've played every beta that's come out, from the initial one right after the announcement to the two that followed shortly after that, all the way up to now. I've been playing the official final release of the game for the last several days as of this recording. And man, I gotta tell you, I didn't realize how much I missed Left 4 Dead until I started playing Back for Blood. And then I realized when I was playing Back for Blood that I no longer missed Left 4 Dead, because Back for Blood is scratching that itch and giving me a whole lot more than I even thought I wanted. Because it takes the formula that you were given in Left 4 Dead and expands greatly upon it. And I feel like in playing the game that the people at Turtle Rock Studios have been wanting to do basically Back for Blood for generally a decade, that they've had to sit on their hands, because originally, as you guys know, Valve was the original publisher of Left 4 Dead, and they didn't want to do anything with the franchise following Left 4 Dead 2. So you can tell with the evolution of the system, integrating the card system, the various cleaners, the classes, and the general gameplay format that goes into Back for Blood, that this is what Turtle Rock Studios wanted to do. So in this video, we're going to be reviewing Back for Blood. I'm going to talk about the highs, the lows, all that in between, and so much more. Also, if you want to pick up a copy of this game, I will have links down below where you can get it. So with all that being said, I'm Mekel, Kasanova, Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast, the Kasanova Podcast. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, and sub to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support what we do have Patreon as well as channel memberships. Also, we got merch over on Teespring and TeePublic for you to go check out. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and dive into this review for Back for Blood. Story. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, humanity is on the brink of ruin after a worldwide outbreak of a parasite not of this world. The majority of humanity is infected by the parasite and turned into what is called the Ridden, and it is up to a group of survivors known as the Cleaners to fight off the zombie outbreak and save humanity. Gameplay. The general controls are like a typical first-person shooter in that you have your fire, ADS or aim down sights, jump, crouch, sprint, weapon swap, melee, and support item usage. Back for Blood plays almost exactly like Left 4 Dead, with a few key differences to set it apart. Back for Blood utilizes a card-based system where you can set up a deck of cards that have various buffs for your character, and sometimes for your entire team, that you can give buffs to your health, stamina, and more. Some cards give you some unique buffs that switches out your melee attack for a high-powered knife attack, or another card that gives all your attacks a massive damage boost while giving you extra damage buffs from incoming attacks when you're in a near-death state. You can find random level cards that will cost you some money in-game, or in-game money rather, to activate and give you a random buff. These cards and buffs can also stack at the start of each level, and you will need to build out a deck for your character. There are 8 characters or cleaners to choose from that each play to different strengths and weaknesses. Walker is your general all-arounder who can give you the most balanced stats and has typically the best weapon loadout of all the characters. Doc is your resident medic and generally gives you the best group and individual healing abilities, while someone like Mom is great at being a support and also a backup character in your 4-party team. Speaking of four-party teams, you will need to balance out your team as no two players can pick the same cleaner. So if one person picks Walker, then another player will need to select from the remaining 7 characters. There are 3 difficulties to choose from, being Recruit, Veteran, and Nightmare. Recruit gives you a fair bit of challenge without becoming too insane, and is ultimately an enjoyable experience regardless of your ability to work as a team or not. Veteran gives you a fair amount of challenge and requires you to work with your team and know the various class strengths of each character. Nightmare is honestly for those who enjoy struggling and making it out of the foxhole by the skin of their teeth. Nightmare is not beginner friendly and is honestly a mode only for the most hardcore of hardcore gamers. There are 4 acts to work through in the campaign that are broken up into smaller sections that can take anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes each to complete, that will have various objectives within them, such as bomb placement, tower defense, horde mode, deliver the packages, and more. Graphics. This game looks good, like really good. The art style isn't shooting for full-on realism, yet it does walk the middle ground of realistic and video gamey, if that makes any sense. If anything, I would say take what Left 4 Dead looked like and bring it to the modern era, and there you go. Each character has a unique look to them, which gives them so much character in life. The enemies look as they should, given that you are going up against the undead, and look like they stepped out of a B-rated horror flick. You have a good variety of enemy types and sizes, such as having the typical zombies be hunched up in giant hordes, while the larger and smaller enemies stand out from them with the tall boy and burster variants. Levels look gorgeous, especially when you get to see the fog and lighting effects, which greatly add to the mood and atmosphere of the levels that you're in. Is the game going to win any awards for its looks? No. Then again, it doesn't need to either. Audio. The characters all fit into one of several B-movie horror flicks archetypes, complete with them spouting off one-liners and having some hilarious quips. The voice acting is well done, and you'll even hear some familiar voices such as Steve Blum of Cowboy Bebop fame. The voice acting during cutscenes was well directed, as it helps to draw you into the narrative of the world these characters live in. The weapons firing off, explosions, and unsettling moans and more all sound as they should, and there's not much more I can say about it other than that. Downsides. The only downside I can think of is the fact that the card system can seem daunting and may even off-put some people who may want to just jump in and start mowing down some zombies. Given that you need to pay attention to what each card does and carefully build your deck of cards, I can see a lot of people find this to be overwhelming and needless. The other issue is how dumb the AI companions are. Although compared to early betas, they are substantially better, yet they still kinda suck, as they will get caught on walls, doors, and more. Some will even rush into a horde of zombies and get themselves killed, messing up any chance of utilizing strategy with them. My last complaint is that I can't customize my guns the way I want outside of in-level shops at the box at the start of a level. And, in other shooters, I can easily do that, or I can't do that here. I want to be able to have a custom loadout every time I dive into playing and not have to always earn a specific loadout. The wrap-up. Is Back 4 Blood the spiritual follow-up to Left 4 Dead series that we've all been waiting for, and is it worth your money? Yes. Yes, it is, and much more. I see Back 4 Blood to be a gain with endless replayability and is that refreshing shot of energy that the first-person shooter genre has been sorely lacking for many years. While not everything is perfect in Back 4 Blood, enough of the game just simply shines and is unapologetically fun to play and knows what it is. If you're looking for a fun multiplayer shooter that you can dive into with friends, strangers, or even by yourself with tons of customization options, a unique deck of cards, formula, and revives the fun of the Left 4 Dead series and enhances that formula, then Back 4 Blood is the game you need to be playing. The verdict? Buy it. And that's it. That's the review for Back for Blood. And, again, I got to give a shout out to Warner Brothers Studios, or Warner Brothers Games, rather, as well as Turtle Rock Studios for providing a review copy of this game. And I've just really enjoyed my time with it. I think you guys, if you loved like Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2, and I know like we've had zombie modes and Call of Duty and many other shooters, but if you want that core like Left 4 Dead experience, then you just need to play Back 4 Blood. It builds upon it exponentially. It does have some downsides, but overall, as a total package, it is definitely something that I think is worth your time, and I think you will definitely enjoy it. Even if you play solo, which I've heard that the solo player mode is going to be getting a revamp to, fix a lot of the issues like the bad AI and just how a lot of things work when you're playing solo. So definitely look forward to that. And if they do add some additional value to it, trust and believe I will revisit it with another review for that mode specifically. But with some friends, with strangers, it's definitely endless amounts of fun. So what do you guys think of Back 4 Blood? Did you play any of the betas? Were you hyped for it when you saw the announcement last year? Have you gotten a chance to pick it up and play it? What are your thoughts overall? Whatever you think, let's get the conversation going in the comment section below. And if you want to take the conversation further, we do have Discord as well as Guilded. Links for that is down in the description below. All that being said, if you want to pick up this game, I will have affiliate links down below, which come at no additional cost to you if you want to pick it up, be it physically or digitally. All that's down there. And also, if you enjoy this video, make sure you sub to the channel, like the video, and share it around with someone you think would enjoy it. And if you want to support what we do have merch over on Teespring and TeePublic, as well as channel memberships and Patreon. All that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces wild, too sweet, be the elite. I'll see you when I see you. Peace. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video, and if you found anything of importance or substance that you gained from watching this, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel and ding the notification bell. That way you stay up to date on all the content that you get from my channel, from podcasts, streams, reviews, impressions, reactions, and so much more. If you want to support what we do have channel memberships, we've got Patreon, we've got Subscribe Star, as well as coffee, which I would love to be drinking some coffee right now, which I am. That's some good coffee. But anyway, we got all of that, and we also have merch on Teespring and TeePublic, so make sure you go check that out. And all that being said, I just hope to see you in the next video that I put out. So hey, see you around.